This is the Toyota Supra MK4, which was Brian O'Connor's ride in the first installment of the Fast and Furious series. And this is the 4204 set newly released by LEGO on March 1st this year. A brick model with a length of nearly 30 centimeters. It not only restores the appearance proportion of the original car, but also replicates the inline 6-cylinder turbocharged engine. We can also see the 2 gas cylinders of the nitrous oxide acceleration system in the trunk. So, in this video, let's take a look at the specific performance of this LEGO set. Let's take a look at the packaging first. On the front of the color box is a scene picture of the finished brick model speeding through the city. In the upper right corner, we can see that this is a peripheral set of the Fast and the Furious. The age range is set for those above 9 years old. On the back of the color box, apart from the picture of the finished product from another perspective, some of the functional linkage gameplay is demonstrated through 3 illustrations. Open the color box. The 810 pieces of parts are divided into 6 sub-packages, and there are 5 major steps. The instruction manual for building has a total of 227 steps, with an average of 2.9 parts per step. Although it has the dual authorizations from Toyota and the Fast and the Furious, the instruction manual doesn't have a color picture at the beginning. It just reused the picture on the back of the color box at the end, and added a picture of the original car. So, in terms of graphic design, it does seem a bit perfunctory. And there is a sticker like this. In terms of new parts, there is the connection part between the pinhole and the axle numbered 7244. It is equivalent to extending an axle with 1 unit length from the middle of the previous part numbered 43857. And there is a new type of Technic panel with the number 7101, which has a cross-section of 1x2 and a length of 5 units. The wheel arch part numbered 42531 uses printed parts. Then let's take a look at the internal design. Let's move on to the rear suspension. We can see that the engine power comes from the direction of the front of the car. It is transmitted to the left and right sides through the gear set with a ratio of 28:20 at the differential end. You can also see that the manual steering power coming from the direction of the roof is transmitted towards the front of the car through the gear set with a ratio of 12:12 here. The design of the front suspension is quite special. In order to make room for the inline 6-cylinder engine in the middle, the steering structure is not centrally arranged. You can see that after the manual steering power arrives, it reaches the steering gear and rack structure on the right side at the front through 3 8-tooth gears here. The designer also cleverly made a steering limiting device through the short rod module on the 85940 part. The inline 6-cylinder engine uses a combination of the new parts numbered 4368 and 4369. After the test, it runs very smoothly as well. Although it is a small-scale sports car, the entire chassis is also clearly divided into 2 large modules, the front and the rear, and 2 power interfaces have been reserved. After the combination is completed, we can also see that the chassis is indeed very sturdy. Including the function test, there are no problems at all. It took approximately 4 to 5 hours to assemble this MK4. The final finished product is 29.5 centimeters long, and the scale relative to the prototype vehicle is approximately 1:15, benefiting from the trend of the gradual miniaturization of the Technic panels. For small-scale sports cars like this one, the degree of exterior finish has indeed been getting better and better, especially the part numbered 89679. As well as the parts numbered 2387 and 2389, have all been applied in large quantities. You can even see that for the front headlights on both sides. 3 parts numbered 2387 or 2389 are used for the construction on each side. The numbered 4450 axle connector with an angle of 168.75 degrees, which appeared on the Mercedes G-Class in the 42177 set half a year ago, also played a crucial role in the construction of the A-pillar and the creation of ingles for the rear spoiler and other parts. In terms of appearance, it is indeed getting more and more refined. This feeling is even more pronounced, especially on small-scale sports cars like this one. When we open the trunk, we can also see 2 cylinders of the nitrous oxide acceleration system inside, and the interior of the driver's cab, including the seat belt on the driver's seat and the dashboard in the front, has also been recreated with stickers. Right in front of the car door, we can also see an exposed light gray part numbered 22961, which looks really strange. In fact, there is an orange version of this part. If we compare it with the pictures of the prototype vehicle, this part here should be used to complete the light gray arm pattern on the door decal. As for the decal on the car door, it can indeed be seen that it is not quite complete. This is because no trans brick stickers are used, and at the same time, tolerance for pasting needs to be reserved. Also, parts with a relatively large arc cannot be pasted, so this is indeed something that can't be helped. In terms of functions, the knob on the roof and the steering linkage work very flexibly, without any abnormal interference. The opening and closing of the front and rear covers, and the opening and closing of the car doors on both sides, they can all be directly opened. Although there is no relevant support design inside the front and rear covers, they won't fall down even if the opening angle is a bit larger. Then there is the linkage between the driving and the engine. After the test, there is no problem either. The linkage is indeed extremely smooth. This MK4 also has a function of a quick-release convertible version. That is to say, you can directly remove the roof module like this. In terms of the firmness test, there is no problem for normal daily handling. Although some brick-like parts are used in local areas such as the front of the car and the roof, they are not likely to come loose. Even after the vibration test, there are no problems either. Well, that's all for the testing of this set. See you in the next video.